District divided. Tonight marks the first Lee Summit School Board meeting since the superintendent resigned.
41 Action News reporter Kat Reed was at that meeting tonight. She joins us live with the community reaction. Kat.
Guys, nearly all the seats were filled for this first meeting since Carpenter's resignation was announced. And most of the parents and community members who spoke pointed fingers at the school board.
We acknowledge that the last several months have been difficult with a range of emotions involved.
There was a new acting superintendent at Thursday's Lee Summit School Board meeting, but the focus was on a man no longer in the room.
His exit from this district is a huge loss for many of us, because we had a really courageous champion for marginalized children and families while he was here.
Superintendent Dennis Carpenter's resignation was announced earlier this week, and with it, news of a $750,000 payment. It's the second superintendent buyout in 3 years.
We paid an exorbitant amount of money to buy out their contracts. As a taxpayer, that pisses me off.
Carpenter and the board butted heads over diversity and equity training for teachers and staff. Community frustration Thursday night focused on board members.
People voted for you and trusted you to do what was right.
Our community is deeply divided. Our district is deeply divided by actions of this group.
The division is something district leaders say they recognize.
Tonight was a time to listen to our public and hear some thoughts from them, to also understand that we have some work to do to move forward.
For some of the parents who spoke, the path forward includes implementation of the equity plan and potentially changes to the board.
We are organizing and we are not going to let up.
Now, we expect details of Carpenter's agreement with the district to become public tomorrow. Meanwhile, the district tells us they are just focusing on preparing for the 18,000 students who will soon return to school. Live in Lee Summit, Kat Reed, 41 Action News.
School leaders first passed the equity plan in February, but it was put on hold after some parents complained about the diversity training. The board then held an emergency meeting in May where leaders voted against the diversity training proposal. 1 month later, the decision was reversed and the board approved training in the district. Educational equity consultants will host training for the leadership team, school board, faculty members, and students over the next 3 years.